Good evening. This is Miss Poopee Doodee, world's most determined reporter, reporting for Channel 666 Eyewitness News. In today's news, we're going to talk about all these important topics that are pending litigation. You know, pending litigation is a real funny thing, isn't it? You've got the litigation, and then you've got something that's pending, which just really means in the process of being pending litigation. Alright, now that we know what a pending litigation is, we can carry on with the show and talk about issues and topics that are pending litigation. For instance, one topic that is always pending is Miss Devine's latest sketch film, which always seems to be in the permanent state of pending. The world's a funny thing, isn't it? How some things just never get finished. Some things just never get done. You know, some things just keep happening over and over again, you know, like you pay your rent, you pay your bills, you know, 1 month and the next month you get the same bills and you get the same rent again, you know. It's like it's never ending, it never stopped, And then the next month you get another rent bill, then the next month you get another rent bill. That's why it's very important sometimes to think about how you could minimize working, maximize saving, and figure out a way how to pay, you know, your bills without getting into big trouble. So if some of you out there actually don't have a house to live in, I'd like to know how you manage to work around that issue. Not having a house to live in can have its advantages. For instance, you're always outside. Sometimes you can find an abandoned house and live in it. Like a cat colony, except you'd be the human with a number of cats. Well, I just wanted to say that I appreciate everybody for listening to this pending litigation. And you've got to remember something. You've got to remember something, you know? You've got to remember that sometimes when you've got a pending litigation, it's okay. It's just two words stuck together that don't have to mean anything unless you make it mean something. So once again, this is Miss Poopee Doodee, telling all of you how to form correct sentences. You see, I know what I just said, this whole paragraph earlier really didn't have any relevance to the show. But that's the whole idea of it, is that it was not supposed to have relevance to the show. I was actually trying to tell everybody how to construct proper sentences. I mean, don't you hate it when people just don't know how to construct proper sentences? So this show, this segment, was really demonstrating to all of you out there how to construct proper sentences. That's why I said several sentences. They didn't necessarily have to mean anything together, but on its own, it could make sense. Like this show, it's pending litigation. Pending is a funny thing. Litigations are a funny thing as well. Pending litigations can also be a funny thing. There are lots of funny things when it comes to pending and litigations. So there you've got sentences, and you've got a lot of things. So once again, this is Miss Poopee Doodee, world's most determined reporter, reporting for Channel 666 Eyewitness News, telling all of you that you've got to construct sentences, and that's what the show is all about.